project, you're going to be needing some colored paper, and I'm going to be prepping it for our project by folding it in half multiple times until we get to a very thin slip of paper. As shown here, we'll need a paper about this thickness. Then we'll cut this when we're ready. We can also do this with printer paper as well, and you'll just repeat the process by folding it in half multiple times until you get thin strips of paper. And I'm just showing a different way to fold the middle half in case the earlier way is a little bit difficult. And I'll have the same result. And I'll just cut this as well. If you have line paper, you can also use that and just follow the lines that are pre-printed for your strips. Now when we're cutting, we're going to be very careful to only cut the paper, not on our work surface or on our fingers. And I'm just moving the paper along to help the scissors. You can also draw out all of your lines as well. I'm going to use a white crayon so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see, and the measurements you'll need are 1/2 inch marks. I'm going to gently guide my crayon along my ruler and hold it in place so that it doesn't move. I'm going to make this a little easier for myself by lining up some of my lines and cutting my paper. Now, once you have your paper strips ready, there are multiple ways to roll them up. One of them is rolling them with your finger. And I'm just going to put a little dot of glue on the end to hold this shape tight. Now, as you notice, I'm going to hold it for a few seconds so that we are able to keep this shape. Need to hold for a few more seconds, and there is my shape. You can also do it with a pencil to get a tighter coil. And I like using a pencil because once you apply your dot of glue, you finish rolling and it slides right off. And again, I'm holding my paper for a few seconds to keep the glue holding. Now, if you want to get an even tighter coil, you'll want to use a toothpick or something of similar size. Be careful not to poke yourself. And we're just going to roll it around that toothpick. And because it's so small, it does get a little difficult to handle, but you do get a nicer coil from it. I'm going to squish it tight just to make sure it comes in place, and as you see, I dropped it, and I'll just gonna fix it together by rolling it back in place and adding my drop of glue and then pressing it tight. Now I didn't hold it tight enough, so it goes pop and it unrolls, so I just need to roll it back together and applying some more glue and holding it longer for a few more seconds this time, making sure everything's in place, and it seems to hold. Now I'm going to do another toothpick one off screen, and this time I'm going to take it off the toothpick halfway through and finish rolling it with my fingers, and that's another method you can do. And those are the 4 sizes that you can make. Now once you have your shape, you can squeeze them to make shapes by making a triangle, by pinching it. Or a square by pinching in all the corners. You can even make a diamond shape as well.